Eliza.
Thank you, thank you. But the advice is go do, kind of what you've done. Go do it, for sure, go do it, because now you can. But be as good at marketing as you are at making your product. Because the getting it out there, we don't want these things to be orphans, but be true to yourself, be brave. If you think you're being honest, dig deeper, and just assemble something wonderful. I mean, now you can do that. You don't have to have a middleman. There's no committee to kill the commitment. It's pretty great, and we don't have to worry about length anymore. It can be any length, and just really do the whole thing and have confidence and be sure to just spread it around. Be shameless about that. That's what I would say anyway.
That's great. That's great. And you wear a lot of hats too.
Yes.
Which I think is important.
Yeah, I think so. Now you can do that. It used to be you had to be categorized in one
Casting,
thing.
acting,
Exactly.
behind the scenes, production, everything.
Yeah, but now you can wear orange socks.
Oh.
And we're all wearing orange socks, basically, in essence. But go ahead.
Matthew.
Jesus. You kind of want to know who you're talking to before you give any kind of advice, what a person's background is, what their understanding of life is, because it's fragile, art, something very fragile, something so easy to be destroyed. I don't look for structure when I write. I write, and I find that by writing, it finds its own structure. I think that the kind of three-act structure that exists in screenwriting is something that, if you ever saw a movie called Run, Lola Run, they threw that kind of structure out the window. So I guess the kind of advice that I give would be to develop your concerns. What are you concerned about? I'm concerned about the environment. I'm concerned about religious prejudice that exists in the world and how I find that it's the most destructive thing on the planet. And if we don't find a solution to the environmental problems and the religious problems that we're faced with, I fear for us all. So those are my concerns, and I read about those kind of things. I listen to people who are talking about those kind of things, and I know that that's a kind of film that I want to make. It's a kind of role that I want to play. I want to be like Charlie Chaplin in The Great Dictator, who stands up and talks about war. It makes one of the greatest speeches ever delivered on film, and it was the first time he ever spoke in a movie. If you've never seen it, go online and look at Charlie Chaplin in The Great Dictator giving the greatest speech of all time. But it's about love, and it's about passion, it's about humanity. It's about us all being brothers and sisters, and solving our problems with dialogue and discussion, rather than being like cavemen and using sticks and stones and now atomic bombs and dirty bombs and ricin to destroy other people's lives and livelihoods. So those are things that I'm concerned about. So I think that that was advice that was given to me by a Russian teacher at Stella Adler's Conservatory of Acting in New York. He told me to develop my concerns and be passionate about them, because then when the opportunity arises and it comes to you and that script comes across the desk, you're going to have been working on that role for 20 years, for 30 years of developing, and there's not going to be a better person in the world to play the part for you than you.
That's great.
Oh, my turn. Okay, the only advice I have for filmmakers is just get out and do it. Even if you don't have a script or an idea, go out on the sidewalk, take pictures of people walking past and how they do it differently or the same, whatever. You can make a story out of that. Just never stop taking pictures with your camera, and you will eventually find yourself through your art. And yeah, rock out.
Yeah. Thank you, Susan Johnson, and I really appreciate all you panelists. Go see my Cucaracha, go see Orphans, go see Equinox, go see Lovelace, go see all this great stuff.
Orphans is so good. That's the only time I've ever been jealous of you. Orphans.
And go see Popa Greenwich Village, go see, you know, everything that these guys, go to iTunes. Runaway Train, of course, yeah.
There's movies right here. Beast is here. That was good.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket, Vision Quest. Just go see it all. All right, thank you.
You want to see a really good independent film? See Love is a Gun. Hard to find. Great title, huh? Love is a Gun. You'll like it. Yeah, your Kelly Preston's in it, yeah.